A judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs for a second time on racketeering and sex trafficking charges. The music mogul's lawyers offered a $50 million bail package using his mansion as collateral in exchange for releasing him to home detention with GPS monitoring. Prosecutors argued against his release, saying there was too great a risk the hip-hop mogul could threaten or harm witnesses. To our first guest tonight, Lou Shapiro, a criminal defense attorney.
Hi, Lou. Nice to have you with us tonight. So let's talk about the judge's reasoning for denying bail a second time. Explain that, and also how serious is this fear of witness tampering?
Sure. Good to be back with you both. So the judge basically looked at it as follows. While Diddy's defense team put forth a very compelling bail package, if you will, saying, look, there's $50 million of real estate here, not just Diddy's real estate, but his mother's as well. It's very unlikely that a defendant will risk his family's real estate and flee the country and leave all this behind. But nevertheless, the judge said it's not so much the flight risk, but it's more the risk to public safety. That's the other issue a judge looks at. And based on the allegations that Diddy had previously intimidated, coerced, forced, bribed witnesses, got in the way of the investigation here, there's a strong concern that that will continue to happen if he is allowed to remain out of custody while the case is pending. And that's really what drove the judge's decision today.
So as you say, Lou, as the case is pending, so break down the timeline. How long could Diddy actually be behind bars before the case is resolved, before a verdict?
So federal cases like this will typically last a minimum 2 years. The discovery is voluminous: videos, interviews, paperwork. It just can go on and on. So it's going to be very difficult for Diddy and his defense team to handle a case like this in a short period of time. A lot is on the line for this person, so they're going to have to take their time, build the defense carefully as they go through this.
So does being behind bars versus out on bail change the possible outcome of this or any case?
You know, absolutely. I mean, he will give one last-ditch effort probably with the Second District Court of Appeals, which will likely, though, give deference to the previous judges that have denied this. And typically when somebody's in custody for a long period of time, it weighs on them and it makes it more challenging for them to prepare their defense with their counsel. They don't have as easy access with their counsel, emailing, calls. It's just all much more complicated. So this was a devastating blow to the defense today by this ruling.
Lou, we've got about 30 seconds left. You got to believe, though, that being in custody versus out on bail can potentially dramatically impact the timeline of all of this, considering the fact that if he is out on bail, his lawyers might delay and delay and delay.
Yeah, look, these things can cut either way. But when somebody's facing 30 plus years, as Diddy is in this case, it would be foolish to rush to a conclusion on this. You have to take your time because there's just too much on the line.
There certainly is. All right. Lou Shapiro, criminal defense attorney, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate your time. All right. 10 people have been charged.